All right, what's up, folks? All right, so I'm sitting around chilling. I finally got my Pro Tools working again because I've been disconnecting my one interface and using it on my other computer. And for some reason, it kicked out the download or what, or the interface. It just wouldn't work for some reason. I don't know if I have maybe a USB port going out. But I finally got it working, so I'm sitting around monkeying around in my Pro Tools, some songs that I recorded and never went back and finished. And I was watching a lot of stuff on YouTube tonight. All these cases. How can you tell me how a woman goes missing that is pregnant? They find the woman, but the baby is missing from the mother. I mean, this is nuts. Kind of world is this? That is just crazy. So they did a C-section on a woman after they killed her to get the baby. That's a new case we're starting to watch on another channel, which is crazy. All right, so I'm monkeying around in this stupid Pro Tools, and let's talk about some other cases that are going on. The Summer Wells case, which it's no longer about Summer Wells. It's all about the drama surrounding the YouTubers around the Summer Wells case, which that is just crazy. That's just crazy. All right, I'm going to do some stuff here. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves if you come in, whatever. What I'm trying to do is mix. I'm trying to throw a compressor on this stuff. I recorded it with effects already on the guitar and everything. So it's hard to take, you can't take the effects off. Once you record with it onto the track, and if you go through and you have a guitar pedal or you're going through a rig or whatever to record, once it's out on tape, you can't take the effect off. So I'm running into problems. Yo, Deb, what's up? Can you hear that? All right. What I want to do is I want to give some meat to that guitar, that rhythm guitar there. So I threw it through this compressor, right? H comp compressor. And now I'm gonna bring up a EQ to try and see the effect that I'm using is already on the track because I used uh, an effects pedal plugged right into my interface and just took off running. Wasn't thinking, right? So now I'm trying to go back and Debbie, there's a lot of new cases coming out. A lot of new cases. You know, they're going crazy in this whole saga over there at Andrews and everything. It's just crazy, right? I bet you he's kicking himself in the butt for even letting Hunter do anything on the internet. This ain't gonna turn out good for a lot of people, folks. I got a feeling it's not gonna turn out good for these people. Let me try and bring up an EQ so I could put some maybe some. It's real thin. That guitar rhythm is real thin. I'm looking for a metal sound. All right. Do we want to add some bite? Add some clarity? Add clarity, big stack, cut hardness, darken. Maybe that's it. Maybe I'll darken it up maybe a little bit. Mellow strumming, guitar subtractive, more acoustic, rumble filter, Titan guitar. All right, let's monkey with this and see what we could do. All right, so that rhythm track I just did, I threw an EQ on it and I'm running it through a compressor, which I might run it through a tape machine instead. Hey, Debbie, anything big going on? Yeah, they've been going crazy everywhere tonight. Everywhere I've been tonight, they just been going stone cold crazy, girl. Ghostbusters is on my channel. This is what I pretty much came to the conclusions. This whole drama crime thing, what do I see? It's a racket, a ring, cult, whatever you want to call it. Some of these people are just crazy. Probably mixed up in them dark arts and all that voodoo shit and everything. And this is what's happening. Their whole worlds are turning upside down. I've seen it many a times in this crime sector thing. It's on Sundance. I don't get Sundance. I think all these people are wrapped up into that shit, and this death around them and their kids coming up missing and everything is probably from God. I know it sounds pretty crazy, right? But I'm thinking that's probably what it is. These boys been monkeying, and these women been monkeying with that bad side, that that bad juju, whatever they want to call it, whatever. And it's finally come home to roost. That's what I'm thinking. And it don't help that they blamed every goddamn cartel underneath the sun for these kids coming up missing. You know, do you find that crazy? It's no wonder we got murders everywhere. They're blaming everybody, every goddamn cartel there is. Debbie says I really don't watch them. I know everybody sings a different tune once I get on their ass, get too close to something. And I hear what you're saying. But that's pretty much it. And you know what? They're not even worried if they're. Here's the thing: these people that are watching you guys don't care if you're the murderer or not. It's the madness that they created around the case, whether it was to divert people away or whether it was whatever. You know, we had this problem in the Delphi case where some of these women were sharing photos with people for information on the Delphi case, which was crazy if you ask me, because I always the last one to I always miss the good stuff. No one asked me for any GQ photos. But hello, Miss ATS News. But what did we find out? Well, they're turning around taking them photos like in Delphi, and they were uh, showing other people or whatever. For I mean, this is just crazy. Can't you folks be adults? You want to share nude photos between each other? Go right ahead, you know. But when you start turning into children and showing everybody and trying to and putting it on dating sites and the dark web or whatever, trying to make money off of it, that's where they lost their that's where they lost, right? What I just can't believe it. You know, and like I said, we've seen that in the Delphi case. We're seeing it in the Summer Walls case, and we also are seeing it in other cases now where it's turned into a circus instead of staying focused on the victim, the kids or whatever. People love the madness. Oh, they do, Debbie. They do. You seen my video today? I went crazy attacking the whole world. Before I shut the video off, I had like 9 views, which is big for me because I keep saying the more crazier you are on YouTube, the more views you're going to get. Oh, yeah, they love the madness. I could have been a madness star. But you ladies kept coming in here saying you're looking like an idiot. And now looking, they're all drama queen superstars, and I'm stuck here with you ladies. He's just joking. I'm joking. Well, here's the thing. I got them all by the balls, right? Because they were all told all kinds of stories about me. They were led on a wild goose chase. They thought I was dead. And then I popped up on the internet and they're all like, oh, what? He's alive? Yeah, I'm alive, pricks. And I got every single one of your names and all the bullshit lies you told. There ain't no government or anything that could stop me from doing what I'm doing. They already tried. See, 50 years I waited, and now I'm calling in the favors. And I have tons of favors from thy God. Yeah, it's just hilarious. ATS News. Everyone's, we thought you were dead. Yeah, I imagine so. After some of the lies that I heard, of course, I put a lot of people away in prison because they were lies, right? Yeah, they're pissed off about me big time. But, folks, no, I was never gay. Never, ever. Been a vagina man, well, since I was a vagina man my whole life. So I don't know what kind of fools you've been talking to or what kind of lies, but they're dropping like flies all over this country and no one can figure it out. And they're like, wait a minute, Kramer's still alive? Yeah, that explains it. You're fucking right, buddies. Who wants some more? Hoorah! But let's get back to this again. Since you came out the vagina, no, I was too young for a vagina then. I was way too young. I didn't even notice vagina until I was probably about 15, 16. That's when I was about 15, 16 years old. And then I was like, what's this beautiful smelling thing around me, right? Because we were like superheroes in our neighborhood, right? We did crazy shit, dirt bikes, football, you know, just crazy madness stuff. Well, everybody wanted to hang out with us. Uh, you know, I think I was 17 and I took my dad's 63 Corvette for a ride. The hell, it wasn't even his. He had a whole line of cars there he's working on. But he went on vacation with my mother, and I was left home alone. And yeah, we were just big time dudes in the town or whatever. Just sports and everything we were into. Why did it smell? I have no idea. Wait, why did what smell? I have no idea. I'm out of cigarettes, and I don't get paid tomorrow. I think is it tomorrow? Whatever. But I'm out of cigarettes and out of dough. So I'm like, what the heck? For I don't know, maybe about 4 or 5 hours, I went without a cigarette, and then I ended up. I couldn't. I got to go get something. I had like $5 on me. Went down. I got a cheap pack of these cigars for like $1. And that's going to have to last me until I get paid. I don't even smoke cigars. I'm like, I don't care. Just come to me. Be back tomorrow to get a pack of smokes. What smells? What is it? Ah, I don't care no more. I've suffered enough for this world. I paid my debt to God and this government. People want to know why I get away with things, and go ask your government. Go ask the Lord. I paid my debt. Uh, are watching and listening to and shooting is all from my family generation. My generation. Yeah, my generation. Well, my daddy was very smart. All right, what do I do with this? All right, I just come to conclusion that I need some different kind of lead on that instead of what I got. Let me see what's going on in chat. Wait, what did he sell? Smell? Yeah, cigar or whatever these things are, cigarettes. I want to give a shout out to Jude at the Sunco out here in Lagrange, over there by the uh, car wash. The dude that works at the gas station there. I want to give a shout out for that kid. Does a great job working there, and the dude is cool. Dude's pretty cool. Who stinks, Deb? So you do smoke dope? Who smokes dope? No, I said cigars. Who's smoking dope? Who's smoking dope in chat? I share that. It's vaginas. Is that the smell I'm smelling around me? I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. Smell of victory. I'll tell you what, I ain't never seen so many children. These are 40, 50, 60-year-old people on the YouTube. And it's like they're back in high school again. Yeah. People are so pissed at me. I'm like, hey, they're all suspects still in them two cases. They're all suspects in the Summer Walls case still and in the Delphi case. And people are going nuts because they can't believe that the Delphi case, they got two people locked up in prison. Well, really, four or five they got locked up in prison. And people are trying to say the Delphi case is over. It's not over. It's not over. It's still an open case and being investigated. And it's like that in the Summer Wells case. Uh, we've talked to the police department, and the police department is saying it's an ongoing case. Who keeps telling you folks that it's over? They find nothing is over. They're all suspects. And why are they all suspects? Well, because they made themselves suspects. Did you see that one lady that put out that stuff about Benny Keys today in Summer Wells? This shit is unreal, and it's starting to make sense. That's why everybody ran to them, was because it was they were in shit deep shit, whatever it is. Summer has no subs, even had a case yet. Richard's case is over. There would have been a new case. No, well, it might be over for Richard Allen, but the case is still ongoing and being worked. The Delphi case. I don't watch them. Summer has a channel. Summer Wells. Well, we solved so many on this channel here. Chris Watts case. Everybody tonight over at Miss ATS News was saying the girls were still alive. Well, I can be honest with you. I don't think they were. I think it's exactly what when they first got Chris and he finally realized he was busted. The first story that he gave that he killed the two girls first, I do believe is right. And it makes sense because what he was going to do, there was a good chance the kids would wake up and hear and see, and then he would have to kill them. There's no way around it. So he did the easy stuff first. And he was talking, he thought it was biblical or demonic. How could it be demonic? Right? That one lady was saying, Miss ATS News, that Chris thought it was demonic that they came back to life. But that wasn't the devil. That was the Lord raising them again so he can see in their eyes, the bloodshot eyes from being choked. What kind of mess you created, Mr. Watts? Debbie says, I agree. Yeah, I think it's all exactly what he said in the first defamation of his what happened. And people just don't want to believe it's that sick, but that's how sick it was. And we have proof of that because it looks like in the video he's putting the one kid in the vehicle that's probably dead. And what do we see in that video afterwards is a small, tiny figure that everyone said was a ghost, one of the kids' ghosts. And it very well might have been, but really what it was the one little girl came back to life and ran up to him. And he thought it was demonic. Not demonic. If it was demonic, then the devil's coming for you, or you might have cut a deal with the devil, one or the two. Yes, he's been sentenced on the Delphi case. And I hope they put his DNA through Codens because you might have a hit on other cases. You just might have that. I'm going to move on to another song. I'm getting bored of that song because the beginning sounds cool and everything, but I recorded two leads on that song, and there's pretty much basically the same lead, and there's no breakup in it. There's no bridge in it. Yeah, I agree, Debbie. There's a lot of things uh, that haven't come to pass yet or settled. All right. Yeah, Deb, there's not a lot of stuff settled there. I'm really thinking these people were dabbling in the dark arts, that magic shit, and this is their punish. They're being hunted. I think they've been stealing from us for way too long, and finally the Lord has come. And I hate to say it, it's horrible, but if out of anything I've told you folks, what is what is as sure as the sun shines tomorrow is going on, and that's history repeats itself. And these people been dabbling in that crap for so long that it finally came around and bit them in the butt. I wouldn't doubt it if they sacrificed most of these people. I really wouldn't. It wouldn't shock me at all if they sacrificed them. Yeah, there is, Debbie, a lot of things unsettled with all that stuff. Cases. Pretty crazy if you ask me. I think, I watched a video today and they were saying stay away from these people because they'll try and learn. They'll actually come from where they are. If they're like in a different state, they'll drive all the way to wherever you're at. And they'll try and bring people into it, pay people. They'll try and poison you, do all kinds of crazy ass shit. But you have to remember, this is a giant ring, a multi-million dollar, billion-dollar racket that these people are in, right? The kitty porn shit, believe it or not, or this trafficking or whatever. There's big money in that. I mean, I do find it pretty crazy myself. I'm sorry, I got wires pulled out everywhere and everything all messed up, so you probably won't even be able to hear what this video or me talking or anything. All I know is I gotta get this computer studio thing figured out. Um, I gotta send all these effects to separate buses instead of just putting them directly on the track. And actually, I don't even need these stupid plugins because everything I recorded, I already had a line six rack unit. Uh, some was just using an amplifier, micing it, and some was just using effects pedals and plugging the effects pedals into the wall and coming out of the effects pedal going right into the computer. So everything is out of wacko. Yo, what's up, Valdez? I mean, if it ain't these YouTubers trying to kill us, stalk us, it's these witches and warlocks and all this stuff putting curses on us, spells. I'm telling you right now, somebody spelled me today with a sleep spell. I know it's someone around here. I know that. But I'll tell you what, I passed out for an hour today on the couch. I couldn't keep my eyes open. It felt different than just a regular tired. It felt like, my God, something just is not. But I was watching some science stuff, and they say that's your body's telling you need rest. I don't know. Who knows? Right? Yo, Valdez, I seen you over there in a couple chats today. Or was that last night? Well, it's getting late. I must have pulled out. It sounds real staticky right now. I must have pulled out wires or whatever in the board here that I wasn't supposed to because it sounds pretty staticky. Testing 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2 3. Yeah, I think they all gone crazy. All of them completely nuts. I think it's all come back around to bite them in the booty. I hear a couple of these YouTubers are calling all you women ugly. Well, I'll be the judge of that. Boy, I'll tell you what, if it ain't the men that are half crazy, it's the women. And boy, didn't it go all the way 360 around? Now they're talking about Sue Banna, whoever she is, the Shellinator. And now they're saying Ernie was stalking her, but I thought she was taking care of Ernie in the hospital or something like that. Or it's gone crazy. It's just gone crazy. Where did it all go wrong? I have no idea. I don't know. I'll tell you what, I wish this madness on no man, woman, or child. Debbie, what do you think about the whole situation? What do you think about all this madness? Yo, yippity yay stuff. I'll tell you what, I must have really yanked. I can't even hear myself in the headphones. What the heck did I do? You don't believe all the YouTube stuff, Deb? I don't believe it either, Deb. But we're at 1 hour. You folks have a good night. God bless. Thanks everyone for stopping in. I got to hook all this crap back up the right way so it sounds staticky right now. My headphones even. I must have yanked out the wrong wires into the mixing board here or something, crossed wires or something. But you folks have a great night. God bless. I'll be back once I figure out how to use all this crap. Anything you want to say, Debbie? Thanks, Miss ATS News, for stopping in. Debbie Fox, Valdez. Anything? No. No, everyone's good. You got to let it ride on that? All right. Now, like I said, folks, this is the price they pay for the magic that they probably used. Magic, sorcery, stealing from us, stealing from me, stealing from you, uh, jealousy. Everything has finally come around and bit all these people probably in the butt. It's probably one of the biggest hits ever done in the history of the world. Yeah, well, we'll see if it goes down the Guinness Book of World Record as the biggest hit ever in the world. We'll have to wait. We'll have to wait and see. All right, you folks have a great day. God bless. Remember, don't be messing with that voodoo witchery stuff. It's going to come back around and bite you in the butt. Uh, and be kind to one another. My God, what a cold ass world and country. It's just gone crazy. It'll all be in my movie. Eventually, one day, I'll get this movie out. And I don't think anyone else has anything to say. So, you folks have a great night, and we'll be back another day.